Hi everyone, I'm just letting everybody in. I'm so excited for this call tonight. Right, I'm going to just pop everyone on mute, keep letting people in. And we're going to get started right away. We've got a really busy call tonight. Who's excited? Pop some comments in. Let me know who's excited for the call tonight. Can you see me? Is my camera? Oh yeah, it is. It is. Okay. All right. We're all right. We're off to a good start. I only got back to doing team calls a few weeks ago, so bear with me. You can see me. You can hear me. We're all right. Okay. Great. I'm just still admitting everyone. Stevie, I can't listen to your voice now because I'm doing this on my phone now, but message me if it's urgent. Probably just taking the piss out of my accent or something like that, like it normally is. But it's nothing important. Correct, you said correct. There we go. Okay. Are we all, give us a minute. I shouldn't have started recording yet, but here we go. Got to make sure everyone's on mute. And we're going to get started right away. If you are not on mute or you unmute yourself, please just, mute. Okay, everyone, welcome. Hello, happy Sunday. Who is excited for the call this evening? I really am. We've got a great lineup of speakers. Obviously, as I mentioned in our group chat, we had a couple of people who can't make this evening. Little shout out to Claire Back, whose daughter was very unwell and had an allergic reaction, so she's definitely not on the call, but we've sent her a message, and Willow's doing much better. Fingers crossed she is okay. Who is feeling the momentum and the buzz right now? Who is feeling excited with all these massive incentives that have been dropped? Like, I literally cannot cope. I am absolutely loving the energy and the vibe in the team at the moment. Everyone is coming together and the magic is happening. And when the momentum starts to build, you can feel it, can't you? You can literally feel it in your bones. And I am so excited. I've literally, when you throw yourself into work and into our community, I'm literally just like ready to roll. And there's that little saying or a quote, and I tried to write it down, but it's probably written wrong. But it's something like, if you want to go slow, go alone. But if you want to go fast, you go together. And that's what happens when teams come together. And that's why I'm so excited to bring all these collaborations together, to bring all these new people along. Like I said, we're collaborating. A lot of us that went to Lisbon are coming together to bring some really exciting stuff together as a team. And I know you guys on my team, even though you say you don't, you must get bored of me nattering every Sunday for 45 minutes. They're all like, no, yeah, right, don't be too kind. So it'll be nice to have some other people on, so you're not just listening to me every week. I'm just going to make sure everyone's on mute again. Here we go. Right, lovely. Okay, so well done, everyone, firstly, on an incredible month and a massive start to 2023. Whether you have put in 3 orders this month and whether you have put in 0 orders this month, please do not measure your success on the amount of orders that you are putting it through. You need to be measuring your success on how you have shown up. If you've shown up every day and you've given it your best shot and you've done your DMO, that is what we call success. So don't worry, keep going. The results will come after time. Sorry, I'm just keep admitting people as I'm going along. Consistency pays off and the results will come. And as I think it was Dan Aldridge said when we was at the On Fire event in Liverpool, I'm pretty sure it was Dan. It's either Dan or Stevie. He'll kill me. If it was Stevie and I'm giving Dan the credit, he'll kill me after this. I'm pretty sure it was Dan who was talking about the lag time, which basically what that means is the work that you put in now obviously doesn't show up right away. It's going to show up in 60 to 90 days time. Unfortunately, yeah, Dan's okay, great. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't work like, if you've done 2 really busy days like me and you're like, I've messaged so many people for 2 days, it doesn't mean that you're going to recruit 10 people tomorrow. I'm really sorry. You might. I hope you all do. I wish you all the best. It might happen, but yeah, that's Nina. But in theory, you've got 60 to 90 days of doing that consistent work, and that's when you're going to see the results, and it will pay off in 2 to 3 months' time. So stay consistent with your DMO for 60 to 90 days. Your business will take off. You will see results. So stay patient, consistent, and keep the faith. Don't look left, don't look right. Have that tunnel vision, know your goals, and know what you are aiming for. We know this business works. We know that 2023 is going to be an incredible year. Can anyone else just feel that, or is it just me? Because I can feel it in my bones. This hard work is paying off, and 2023 is going to be the year that it happens. So you're always remember, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Okay, I love that quote. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Don't, we have to hold ourselves accountable. You can't blame your upline, me. Don't blame me. Can't blame your sidelines. You can't blame your mentors. Some people don't even have uplines. I never really had an upline. Like, look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. What am I doing and what am I not doing, and where am I not showing up? Your basic DMO should take about 1 hour roughly, to complete, and that is nothing. If you want to build a successful business, you need to be willing to commit at least 1 hour a day to your business. Something that I mentioned on last week's call that I loved, that Kelly Quick talks about, that she does, is that 20-minute DMO. She does a 20-minute DMO, and she does it as many times as she can throughout the day. So whether that be 3 times, 5 times, she just tries to do it as many times as she can. If you're a mum, that's incredible for fitting that around the kids. And consistency wins every time, like we said. And in that 20 minutes, she'll literally do task blasts of adding, messaging, posting, and following up. And I have literally got her DMO written down somewhere. I said I would find it last week. Sorry, I forgot, but remind me and I'll get it after the call. It's in a book somewhere, one of my many notebooks somewhere. But last week, I'm going to cover a quick couple of topics because, like I said, we've got a busy call, but just a quick catch up. Last week, we started the new opportunity group. So well done, everyone who has been posting in there and contributing to it. And well done, everyone who's put their videos in there as well. Sorry if I haven't managed to watch them yet. It's just obviously been a crazy week with Lisbon and stuff, but I'm going to get round to it this week. I want you guys to tell me in the comments what you think of the group so far. What we can add, what you think's missing, how you think it's coming along. Obviously, we've just started it. We've still got updates to do, but we're going to continue with the rebranding and updating this week. I'm going to start booking in some one-to-one with some amazing leaders. Stevie, I'm getting you in there. Paula, I'm getting you in there. I'm getting you. I'm saying it while we're on the call so I can get your names written down. You've got to comment yes now. That means that we've got you secured. We're getting you some live interviews over in the group. And then team-wise, get your one-to-ones booked in, interview each other, like really get the group buzzing. This group is open to everyone as well. If you're not in our team, it's something we started last week. We just wanted a new one after coming back from the On Fire event. It's open to everyone. If you want to use it, you're more than welcome. I'm well aware other team have groups. £200 an hour. Yeah, right. It's more than my therapist. But yeah, you stop throwing me off. But yeah, get it going, keep it buzzing. As we head into the new month, I will post the group, I'll send it out, message me, I can send it to anyone you like. We've literally just got it up and running. We're doing a rebranding. We really wanted something fresh and new. It's open to everyone, as I said, and we did sort of set, like the little ground rules where we're like, if anyone from the group messages you direct them back to whoever invited them to the group and stuff like that. So kind, courteous, the normal stuff. We're also launching our new challenge for February, Feel Good Feb. We know these challenges work really, really well. All the other teams that are on the call tonight, again, very welcome to use. I'm going to be getting content ready tonight and tomorrow for that. But some of the things that we've got 2 days left of the month, or 3 days including today. We know these are the busiest days of the month. The last week of the month and the first week of the month are always the busiest, I've found over the years. Payday for a lot of people. You might find the mid-month slump, I call it, and then it picks up again towards the end of the month. So this is where the magic happens. Even if you are nowhere near your PB, even if you're nowhere near your promotion, I promise you in the next 3 days, you can absolutely smash that. So things that we can include for our February challenge. Apologies, it's not ready yet. It's been a crazy week, as I said. We've got Aisha and Lucy who are doing an incredible mindset morning call. Usually it's 6:30 a.m. So thank you, girls. And they're allowing us to include that also on the challenge. It's amazing. It's an amazing way to start your day. So that's something we're going to advertise. We're going to do some workout lives in our customer group or dinner lives. You know, you can do a steps challenge, a water challenge, advertise the one-to-one support, your customer guide recipe book. You know, all these things really get it buzzing, really get it hyped and get everyone like, what is this challenge? I want to get involved. At month end, you can be offering freebies, you can be offering cash back, get those month end orders in. You know, top priority hitting your PB if you're seeing your partner or above, obviously for the Rio qualification as well, which we're going to cover more. But good luck, everyone. 3 days to go. Let's end this month on a high. We as a team have had our best month for new customer orders in over 2 years. That is insane. So congratulations, everyone. What on a start to the new year, like literally buzzing. Right, moving on to Lisbon. Just so that was a little bit of admin work, but moving on to Lisbon. The most incredible experience ever, the most magical NMD meeting that I've ever been to. I am so glad that I've plucked up the courage and managed to go. It was incredible start to finish, and thanks Paula and Stevie and everyone else who was just so lovely and incredible. And they were like, we'll meet you here, we'll meet you at the airport. Like, that's what our Juice Plus community is all about. The love and the support was amazing, and it's just a reminder about why we love Juice Plus. It's not just a business, not just a company. Like, people don't have to do that. The corporate team, you know, Nikki Down and John, they don't have to come over and say, oh Sara, like, well done for being here, we're all here for you, are you okay, and check on you. That's what is Juice Plus. That's what makes Juice Plus, is the community. And it was just a massive reminder for me about why I love this business, why I'm still here nearly 7 years later, and why I'm more excited than ever before. On that note, I had so many messages from people saying, I am fed up of watching these NMD meetings. I'm coming to the next one. Who said that? Put a comment in if you was one of the people who sat back and was like, I am coming to the next NMD meeting, all right? Now make that commitment to yourself. Who's coming next time? Who's at the next NMD meeting? And more importantly, guys, who is coming to Rio? I really wanted to try and get my little, you know, the Amazon Echo thing so we could play that. My name is Rio. Yeah, but I couldn't. I'm not that technical. But anyway, who's coming to Rio? I am so excited. I'm buzzing for this incentive. I love the fact that it's open to everyone. I love how achievable it is. 22 months to hit NMD, to hit National Marketing Director, is so achievable. Nesh done it in 16 months. Kelly and Jane both went to the On Fire event in January last year. They made that decision, they made that commitment, and by August and September last year, so in 8, 9, 10 months, they were National Marketing Directors. The proof is in the pudding. If you want it bad enough, it can be done. So who wants it bad enough? Who wants that NMD, that trip to Thailand, the NMD meetings and Rio, and who is ready to make it happen? We can all do this if we lock in with your team, lock in with your uplines, lock in with your sidelines. Get yourselves an accountability buddy if you can. Reach out to someone. Like, can we send each other our numbers at the end of the day? Can I send you my DMO? Can I show you what we've been doing? That's what Kelly and Jane done, and look what happened. So really lock in with someone who's going to make you hold yourself accountable and make it happen. Rio is going to be the trip of a lifetime. I mean, Thailand and Rio have both been on my bucket list my whole life. So I'm like, I don't care what it takes. I'm up all day, all night. I am making this happen. If you qualify for the extras, you know what Juice Plus are like. You just saw what happened in Lisbon. They do not do things by half. I am just so excited to know what all the little excursions and the trips are going to be like. They're going to be out of this world. Do not be someone who's sitting back watching that Rio trip. Be on that plane and make a decision today. You're going to do whatever it takes. Who's coming? Who's going to Rio? Right, now we're going to talk about how we're going to be getting there, how we're going to do it. I love how this is set up. I love that it's set up in stages. And I think if you focus on the stages, you are naturally going to qualify and your business is going to naturally grow. A lot of this incentive, I think personally, is based on hitting your PB and your POB, which we should all be doing anyway. Obviously, you know, we've had a dip for a couple of years. If you haven't been hitting it, don't beat yourself up. You know, we're focusing on the future. We're not looking back. We're not going that way. There's not enough time on this call to cover PB and POB, but I shared a group video in our group the other day. I can share it with anyone who likes. It's just a company training call on that, but really know that inside out. How do I hit my PB and how do I hit my POB? And I'm also going to be booking in some office days as well that you can qualify for, where they will be covering that as well. It's also about bringing new people into the business and helping them through the promotions. How amazing is that? The more people you help, the more your business is going to grow, and that's the way it works. We spoke on our team call last week about hitting Club 12, which means you're going to hit NMD approximately. When you go for Club 12, roughly, you're going to be National Marketing Director, give or take. That means you need 12 senior partners in your business hitting PB. You've got 22 months to do that. You can do that in 22 months. It's so achievable. So focusing on the recruitment system that Natalie's going to be talking more about, getting the opportunity group absolutely buzzing. And now we're going to just move on and talk a little bit about stage one, which is what we're going to focus on for now. Okay. So stage one is from January till July. Anything you've done this month already counts. You've got 7 months to get 50 points. Okay. Everyone can qualify. You need to qualify. So if you qualify for stage one, what's going to happen is you're going to be invited to an exclusive event at the autumn convention. We don't know much about it yet, but Gabby mentioned something along the lines of a club event. Who has watched the club events and said, I want to be there, right? This is your opportunity to get to that event by getting your 50 points in the next 7 months. It's going to be amazing for you. You're going to be surrounded by all the PMDs, the NMDs, the IMDs, the corporate team, the president, like not the actual president of America, obviously, the president of Juice Bars. But being in that room is magical. It gives you the most insane buzz. You're around the most positive, inspiring people. You're going to flood your social medias with that content from that night, and that's going to carry you through to stage 2 and keep you on track for that Rio qualification. So for now, like we said, focus on stage 1. I've been onto the hub. Look how organised I am today. My team are going to be well impressed. I'm never this organised, only because you guys are making a good impression. So I've been onto the hub. There is these lovely assets on there. Firstly, one that just shows you what points you get and how you get the points. Then obviously there's some sort of terms and conditions on the different stages. This one here is my favourite. Everyone needs to go and print this off. Oh, is that the right way? Yeah. It's a tracker, okay? You can literally tick it off each stage, how many points you've got. Tick, 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 tick. Get this, stick it on your wall, and that is how you're going to be tracking your stage 1. This is literally going right up in front of me. I'm going to be looking at it every single day. So go to the office, print off the assets, have it up on your wall so you can track your points. To give you a rough guide, if you hit your PB for the next 6 months, so from February to July, that's 24 points. This is the non-passive way, which means hitting your PB, you know, normally. That's 24 points. That's halfway just from hitting your PB. If you hit your POB non-passively for the next 6 months, that's 36 points. So just by doing your PB and your POB non-passively for 6 months, you have hit stage 1. That's how simple it is, right? That's how you need to be breaking it down. It is so achievable. And then obviously you get points for a new frontline partner with 250 points. That's 1 point for your Rio. New frontline partner plus, that's 2 points. New frontline senior partner, 4 points. New frontline sales coordinator, 8 points, and so on and so forth. Obviously, I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but this is what the incentive is about. It's about bringing in new, fresh team members directly underneath you and working their way through their promotions. So turn your focus to recruiting. Like we spoke about last week, we said last week on the call, we get really muddled sometimes, and we can be really, I don't know what the word is, but we can be guilty of spending 80% of our time on content and only 20% of our time in our inboxes networking. And you need to flip that, and you need to turn it around, and you need to be spending 80% of your time in your inboxes networking and 20% of the time on your content. So adjust your DMO. Things that I'm doing on my DMO, recruitment posts daily, and that might be recognition, it could be the incentives, it could be star qualifiers, PV posts. You know, you can find them anywhere. If you're unsure, go to your upline. Adding and following new people daily, messaging people daily, have a set number of people that you're aiming for, and inviting people to the opportunity group daily. How many people do you want in that group every single day? And then obviously following up and working on your mindset every single day, and just telling yourself, I'm a recruiting machine, I'm a recruiting machine, I'm a recruiting machine. It's all in your mind. Now, partner to sales coordinator, on top of those points, you also get points for orders. I'm going to clarify this because I'm not 100% on it, but I've been reading the terms and conditions. From what I can gather, when you process an order that's between 180 and 249 points, PV, you get 0.5 points towards Rio. When you process an order that is over 250 PV, you get 1 point towards Rio. I'm going to clarify that. As far as I know, that is what it is, but let me know. Yeah, that's right. Okay, perfect. That's literally like every time you get a package order, point for Rio, point for Rio, point for Rio. How exciting is that? Shred order, 1 point, shred order, 1 point. Like, I can't cope with how simple this is. So yeah, really simple. There is no reason that every single person on this call cannot be on that trip of a lifetime to Rio. So let's do this. Print out your content, print out your tracker, write down your goals and your DMO for February, focusing on recruitment. Push as many points as you can this month. Get yourself off to a head start. Do not think, oh, I'm not going to hit my PB this month. No, don't do that. Never do that. You've got 3 days. You are hitting your PB this month. You know, you are going to bring in that new team member in the next 3 days. You are going to get that extra £100 bonus. You are going to get that 1 point for Rio. Do not stop at month end 3 days before the end of the month and think, oh, I may as well wait till February. The biggest mistake you can make. These are the busiest 3 days of the month. So push for as many points towards Rio as you can this month and get yourself off to a head start. I'm booking in one-to-one calls with my team next week from Wednesday, 20-minute one-to-one calls. So once you've printed off your content, printed off your tracker, written out your DMO, if you want a one-to-one with me, pop me a message when you've done those things. Right, that is enough from me. I was really trying to whiz through. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Stevie wants to go and play pool with his brother, by the way. That's why we're rushing the call. Yeah. Oh, you're not going now, right? Oh, okay. He's cancelled the pool. Thank you, Stevie. That's why I'm rushing, talking like a lunatic, so you can go and play pool. Anyway, too busy signing up PMDs. Yes. Love it. Take your time. Okay, now we can slow down. We can relax a bit. Good, because I'm literally sweating it so quickly. Okay, so that is enough from me. We are now going to move over to our beautiful Natalie Winter. She has been implementing an incredible recruiting system. She started it a few days ago. She's been having insane results from it. She's got a great ratio. She's got loads of hot leads. It's a really, really, really simple system. And I like the way that it is so simple and you can really break it down. I have no doubt that Nat's going N&D this year, that she's qualifying for Thailand and Rio. There's no doubt in my mind because she is determined. She's putting that work in and she's made that decision that she's doing it. And I've got no doubt in my mind she's going to do it. She's a little bit nervous. So show Natalie lots of love in the comments, please, guys. I'm getting my pen and paper ready. Let's go and hear Natalie's recruiting tips. Just need to unmute yourself, Nat.
Hi.
Hi. Take it away, my love.
Thank you. Right, so like Sara said, I've been doing this for a few days now, but the response has been so good. I was like talking to you the other day on the call, wasn't I, Sara? I was like, I can't believe how many like leads I've got from this. It's doing so well. I was like, let me get my book, I'll show you what I'm doing. So we worked out the ratio is like 1 out of 4 people I'm speaking to are saying like, yes, I'm interested, give me the info, what do I need to do? So it all starts every time with obviously adding new people, but the way I've been doing it is really, really adding with intent. So just because it says on your DMO, like add 20 people, I'm not just finding 20 people from anywhere. I'm finding something on my Facebook that's really relatable. So for an example, I seen a post the other day that said something like, I have loads and loads of shares. I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm just someone's mum or something like that. It was like from a mum group that got shared about. And I thought that is so how I felt before I joined this business. So I was like, right, I can help these people. So I went on and seen who liked it, seen who I like the look of, went on their profiles, and I always check to see if they're like active on the Facebook and things like that, if it is public, if I feel like I'll have things that in common with them and stuff like that. And then I add that them. So I'm just being really careful of who I'm adding, because it's no good adding a load of people to your Facebook if they don't relate to your content. They're not going to like, they're not going to interact, you're not going to vibe with them. So it's really important when you're adding to really add with intent. So that's always going to be at the top of everything. So once these people have accepted, then I'm going on, I'm commenting, I'm liking, and then if they're really like responsive, so they're commenting back with me and things like that, that is when I will drop in the inbox. So I've switched it up a bit. Instead of going straight in with the opportunity, which I think a lot of people are nervous to do, like I'll hold my hands up, I'm nervous to do that. I'm a bit more confident now, but because of this system, I'm just going in with like a conversation starter. So for example, oh, I seen you took your children here the other day, it looked really nice. Thinking of taking the boys there, how did you find it? Or even just, oh, I love the dress you're wearing in your profile picture, where did you get that from? So it's always a question to see if they're going to respond to you. Then you get a good feel for what type of a person they are, if they are open to conversation, if they're like sociable and relate to you. So then I always leave it there, and then it's the next day I then go in with, I think I should have this message on my copy and paste, but if not, I've sent it to Rachel as well. Oh, there it is. So this is what I send, and the response is so good. Like even the no's are really nice as well. So once they say like, yes, I'd like some more info, it always comes to that, like they always say, oh yeah, do you know what, actually I would like some information. Or if they say no, it's always just, oh well no, but I'll ask about for you. Like it's always really nice. So then if they want more information, we've been using this new opportunity group. So I've been putting them in there, making sure they accept, tagging them in my video, and then I've just said like pop me a message when you've watched the video, and following up basically until they sign up or you get a really good no. And it's as simple as that. And if they do say no, I showed Sara this the other day, then I'm just like, all right, well, the business isn't for you. What about the products? Everybody wants to get healthier, more energy, better immune system. I'll show you the products. So you're still getting something out of it either way. And then on the other side of this as well is chasing up on your comments and your likes. So obviously if it is like a Juice Plus post, business related products, whatever, I just go straight in. Do you want more info? That's simple, that's easy. But I know personally, it's my non-Juice Plus post that gets so much interaction. Like I could have 200 on a non-Juice Plus post and not one on a Juice Plus. But the way I see it, if people are seeing my normal post, that many people, they are seeing the Juice Plus stuff as well. Like, of course they are. They're just too shy to like comment, whatever. So chasing on my comments and likes on the non-Juice Plus stuff, I'll then go in with the same message, but I just changed the top to, no, I've done this wrong, haven't I? I messaged them saying, thank you so much for the support on my post, I hope you're good, and then get into the conversation again. So I'm going back to the conversation bit. And then depending on the conversation, I would say if I get a good feel for them, sometimes I do go in and just say, do you know what, I think you'll be really great at what I do. I've really enjoyed chatting to you. Or I do the same thing where I go in the next day and then follow the same thing again. So that is about it. Let me just double check. Yeah, I'm pretty much done, Sara. But like I say, it's been really, really good. Like the response, everyone's so positive, even the no's, and those people are still liking and still commenting because I've thanked them. They're just supporting me, which is really nice. So yeah.
Amazing, Nat. Thank you so much. And me and Nat had a call the other day, and we were talking that she's literally got a 1 in 4 ratio, which is incredible. Of the people that she's doing this strategy with, she's got 1 in 4 people coming back to her saying, yes, please send me some more info. That is crazy. That's a high ratio. And it's a really simple system, and it's really duplicatable. And in our business, what we need is a simple, duplicatable system. So I absolutely love it. I'm putting it into action, I'm trying it, and I'm also seeing really good results. So thank you, Natalie, you were amazing.
Thank you for asking me as well. Thank you.
No, thank you, you were incredible. Guys, I want you to show Natalie lots of love, put your top takeaways into the comments, and also go and tag her in loads of lovely posts as well and say how amazing she was and what your top takeaways were. So we are now going to move. I feel like we're so spoiled with speakers tonight, and we just think might have one guest. Now we've got loads. We are going to move over to our amazing Paula Mcguire. I absolutely love this lady. Literally just one of the kindest souls you can ever meet. She's been in business for quite a while. She's just going to tell us a little bit about her journey with Juice Plus, what she loved about Lisbon, and why she's so excited for the coming years with Juice Plus.
Thank you, gorgeous. I'm so excited for us all to work together. I love it. Really, it's really buzzy. Yeah, really. Yeah. There's nothing better than linking arms, isn't there? And that's what's so great about our business. So yes, if anybody for those people who don't know me, I've been an NMD in the business since 2014. I have been with our business since 2012. And I absolutely love it. Yes, I'm going to be 11 years this year, which is just crazy. Yeah, and it's an incredible business. I've always been self-employed, but not in this kind of business before, in traditional business, where I was literally wearing all the hats, spinning all the plates and dropping most of them and ending up with a ton of debt and stress. I was ill with all the stress of that kind of business. So this business, it's almost impossible to get in debt unless you spend ridiculous amounts on your product. It's an amazing business because you are still working for yourself, and you have all of those perks for working for yourself, but all of the incredible benefits. Like just going to Lisbon this week was superb. I've been to quite a few special trips like that over the years, and they are always incredible. Like Sara said, the attention to detail is so fabulous. And, just coming back from, an amazing NMD meeting, that the buzz was so fantastic. All of the fab little things like the band and the, I tried to remember what they called those when they dance like that. Sara, can you remember? It's like a fighting dance almost.
I don't know, but I reckon Steve will know exactly what they
Yes. You're going to have to pronounce that when you come on TV. And the samba dancers as well. Everything was fabulous. We got back to our rooms and there was a gorgeous Juice Plus bottle and a lovely bag with Lisbon on and a notebook and pen, and then flip-flops when we were out for the gala dinner, because they wanted us to, but obviously once your feet start getting knackered after dancing in heels and walking through all the stones and stuff, they thought of giving everybody flip-flops. How cool. So it just, honestly, to go and experience those meetings is so special. It makes you feel so special. As I say, having always worked for myself, I didn't have anybody giving me any kind of recognition. I didn't have any of those special treats unless I took myself out for a Tesco meal deal. It's so fabulous to be treated like that, to be, not just the hotels and the flights and stuff, but all of those little things, just so wonderful. So it's very, very special and very, very worth the hard work that has to go in. It's, we know our business is simple. The strategy, it's simple tasks that we have to do, but we have to just take the action. We just have to do it. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it for not just for those NMD meetings, but for, my goodness, the chance to go to, Thailand has kind of missed me by a little bit because I wanted to go to Brazil since I was a little girl, and I am just so focused on that. But, the great thing is that I might hit IMD, I'll need to hit a lot of clubs more to get to Thailand, whereas the Rio incentive, it just seems to be that little bit it's probably the way they've explained it, the way that they're breaking it down into the 3 stages. It's so achievable. It really is. It is very heavily recruitment focused, and that's fantastic because that's all about helping other people succeed as well. Really, really brilliant. But then the fact that we should be hitting our PB, and obviously it can be tough to get to your POB. But that again is in relation to how many people you're helping. So it's a bit of a win-win, really, isn't it? You're being rewarded for all of that extra help. So yeah, that's all I want to say, really. Is there anything else you want me to cover, sweetheart?
No, that was amazing. I love how excited you was about the flip-flops. I forgot about the flip-flops. The flip-flops were right up there. They were branded Juice Plus flip-flops, and we all left them behind because we didn't realise. Did you take yours out?
I've kept mine. Of course I have.
I've left mine under the table. I think I got a bit emotional after a couple of glasses of wine. I left before the party. I've never left before a party.
Well, can I share the Piccalilli story? I don't know that it would ever. I don't know if it will come across, but we left, and well, before it got going, it was 11 o'clock, and we decided to get an Uber home rather than wait for the coaches. And so Sarah, Claire Black and myself shared an Uber with Jeff Roberti, and Sarah was telling him about Piccalilli. That's the conversation you have, isn't it, with the highest earner in network marketing? But that was, how cool was that? He will always remember that conversation, and you will be forever.
I was mortified. I'd had a couple of glasses of wine, and I can't deal with awkward silences. So we were sitting in this taxi, and I was sitting in the back, and we started talking about pickleball, which is an American game that I know he likes. I was like, "You like pickleball, don't you, Jeff?" A few glasses of wine in me, and then I was like, "But what about Piccalilli? Have you ever?" Well, I swear to you, 20 minutes he sat in his car and that Piccalilli, he looked so awkward. And then we just couldn't get off the topic of Piccalilli. And he was like, "What is it in the jar?" And then we got out of the car, and when we got into the hotel, I literally collapsed on the floor. I was like, "How have I just spent about 20 minutes talking to everybody?"
The best bit was, though, she then went and back to her room and actually Googled how she could get Piccalilli to America.
When I woke up in the morning, I had all these search pages open on my phone where I've been laying in bed Googling how you ship Piccalilli to the United States. I phoned Jamie. I was like, "How can we get Jeff some Piccalilli?" Anyway, that's the type of fun we have at the NMD meeting. Paula, you are amazing. Thank you so much for joining the call. And you know what, like you said, I'm just so excited for the collaboration moving forward and bringing the teams together. I'm really getting lots of excitement out there. Guys, show Paula lots of love, and again, go and tag her in lots of thank you posts. Let's get all these recruitment posts buzzing. This is going to be building up for our big recruitment for month end and in the new month as well. Now, last but not least, who's excited for our favourite Scottish lad? He had me trying to do a Scottish accent earlier, and then I said to him, "Well, you've got to do my accent, and you should have heard it. It's the biggest mistake I've ever heard in my life. Sorry if there's any kids there." But I was saying, "I'm from Scotland," and he was like, "Why does everyone drag that bit out? Like, you don't need to say Scotland." Anyway, welcome Stevie. He's going to be telling us all about why he is so buzzing about Juice Plus business right now. Just need to unmute yourself, darling.
Right, before I start, I want to settle this debate, right? So who can say the word burger better, right? Me or Sarah? So I'll say it, burger. Sarah, you go. Let's hear it.
Because you said burger.
No, don't mess about. Just get it done. Get it done. Say it again.
Burger.
Burger. I mean, that's quite boring, isn't it? Raise your hand if you think I have one. There's only like 4 cameras on. You have one by default. You're fucked.
You liberty, Frankie. That's it. Anyone on my team who put your hands up, you're out, mate. Get removed from the groups.
Right. Next test. Wave your hand if you can't CNT, can't understand me. Right. Please leave the call. Nice meeting you. Cheerio. Right. Cool. I won't mess about anymore. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Stevie. I think there's a few new people on. I'm an IMD with the business, with Juice Plus. I've been in this game for 9 years now. Now, I'm not here to tell my story. I'm going to tell you some stories. I was writing down some notes while I was listening to the girls there, and I was actually signing up a distributor. That's why I was on my phone, if anyone seen me while I was on this. And I'm going to start this call with a bang. So I'll apologise just now if I offend anyone, but the excitement is just too real to be chatting shit. I think there's a massive sense of what I like to call no fuck aboutery in the air right now. And if you have the opportunity to do something with this business and to really gain from it, don't look left, don't look right, and just absolutely nail your colours to the mast is something that I mentioned in Liverpool, and just fucking go for it. And listen, I'm so grateful to be on and to be speaking, but I'm a priority pirate right now. And if there's an opportunity to bring someone into this business to show them what we do, then that's what I'm going to do. So I'd like to give you some tips, some inspo that I've actually learned from so many other people. But let's start with where we were most recently, Lisbon, and how excited I am by it. The word is capoeira, I believe. One of my teams on, she just messaged me, said, you kept that quiet. I didn't know you were a dancer. Past life and all that, but there you go. I was doing the dancing without the flip-flops. I didn't need them, and we had an absolute ball. But if I told you what happened in Lisbon, it would honestly be an injustice, right? So if you're interested by this, I want you to do me all a favour. Go and find two things, right? Number one, find the Jeff Roberti presentation. Now, I can't find it anywhere, so if you find it, please send it to me as well. Add me on Instagram or Facebook. Back in the day when I was building this business, I listened to Jeff Roberti's speech at Birmingham 2016. Now, at the time, I was living with my aunt and uncle. I think I was a senior partner, just SC in the business, actually, and I didn't have the pay line or the team that I had now. I listened to this presentation every single day while I walked my aunt's dog for a year and a half. Like, it is pure fire. And the reason I'm telling you that is because what Jeff, and Paula's been in the business a while as well, she'll know, she's seen Jeff loads. That presentation that Jeff did in Lisbon is the fucking best thing I've ever seen in my life. The fire, the energy, and I always say people will forget what you said, but never how you make them feel. And I couldn't tell you a lot about what Jeff said, but I just know he pumped the fire into my bones, man. And I left there feeling cooked and I feeling great. And lock in with anybody from that event. If you weren't there, it's in the past. You'll get to the next one. You'll be NMD. You'll eventually experience that. But find the people that were in that room, because the energy that we have just now is out of this stratosphere. You know, the intention that we have. I know that Natalie mentioned that earlier on. Very, very important. The intention we have about what we're doing is out of this world. So find random people. Don't be scared to lock in and to connect with these people. Find the Germans, the Italians, the team from the UK, the team from Ireland, some of them. There's lots of good people there that are just high in life. And that's what we all need to be a part of right now. And if you can't feel it from me, go and please find it from one of these people as well. But on the note of Lisbon and the incentives that were mentioned, I'm not going to lie, I'm buzzed for both of these, Thailand and Brazil. Probably I agree with Paula a little bit, a bit more Brazil, I think. I've never been to that continent. Hell, I've never been to Asia anyway, but I've always wanted to go to South America. I've got places in South America up there on my vision board. I've actually still got Cattle Rocks there as well. The way that I'm going to do this is just not stop until it's done. Like, I want to get this done as soon as possible, not because I want to be number one or say that I'm going to be up there. I've never been number one in any sort of leaderboard or sales board whatsoever. I just want to feel that done and achieved as soon as I can, so that, guess what, I can help other people do it as well. Get me over the line, get my team over the line, get other people over the line. People that aren't even in my team, I would love to see there, because the more people that are there makes more energy. More energy makes more fun. More fun makes me do some mad dancing and we'll all have a blast. So that's what it's all about. And to give you an insight into something about this trip now, some people will be here. I guarantee there's at least one non-believer, right? Sorry, but there'll be someone that says, I don't think I can do that. It won't be that good. I'm telling you right now, I am going to plaster the shit out of it on my social media and make you regret it if you're not there, because 2016 also, I went on a trip on a private jet to Marrakesh in Morocco. Now, incredible story for another day, but we didn't even know where we were going. We were up in the air on this jet and nobody knew where they were going. They had no currency. I actually had surgery at the time and I was in crutches. So if I can make it in joggies and crutches on a private jet, then anybody can do anything. And we landed, we stayed in the Mamounia, 6-star hotel. But what really got me excited and always remembering that trip is the attention to detail and how much they spent, not just in terms of money, but in the terms of the care, the planning and the constructing of it. You could literally walk down the street. I was telling Becky, my new girl, this. There was a horse and chariot waiting to take me somewhere. I'm like, where did this come from? Where's Cinderella? There was a bodyguard behind me, and I was in my crutches, and we were in the souks that's like the Moroccan markets, and it had just been raining, and I slipped and was about to go up mass, and here he was, like Kevin Costner, catching me in his arms, man. And I was like, this is the best trip ever. Everything was taken care for. Like, there was a Bavarian prince that owned a villa as part of the resort. He put on this white party for us. It was off the scale. And I heard a little rumour the other day, I'm not sure if it's true, but I'm buying into it anyway, about how much the company have spent. I hope there's no compliance freaks on here, so don't snitch me in. But apparently they've spent 5 million on this trip to Rio. You just don't want to miss it. It's 2 years away. That's a lot of time for people, but I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll go again. I'll wake up the next day, I'll go again. And building the dream, building any dream or any sort of goal, that's what you have to do on a regular basis. And you need to hold a dream sometimes when it seems that it's unattainable, when life gets in the way, when life happens to you. And sometimes it just does. Things will get in the way, your job, your partner, family members, the kid throwing the fucking spaghetti hoops against the new grey painted walls, whatever it might be. Things are going to come along and try and distract you. But that's where your belief system comes in place. And if you haven't taken it from me already, my belief in this company and what we're doing is absolutely unshakable. It's unbreakable. There's nothing that can get thrown at me that I haven't seen or is going to put me off track for this. And it's because I've turned up, I've been in calls like this, I've been to events, and I've seen the bigger picture. When I started, I didn't know anything about the earning potential, the products, or any of these things. For all I knew, my upline was lying to me that she earned 6 figures, but I believed in the bigger picture. And that's what you need to hold. And when these things come in your way and knock you off track, guess what you need to do? You just need to start again, build again, start again, build again. If you have that long-term goal setting, you're going to score Thailand off the list. You're going to score Brazil off the list. And in the process, things are going to happen that you haven't felt yet. You're going to have fun. You're going to build team. You're going to get to see you grow to a place that you've never been before. You're going to see people that you've spoken to get to a place that they've never been before. And I've earned a lot of personal goals and successes in this business. But honestly, seeing people around me that are winning just lights my heart, man. That's what I live for. And that's why I do this. And when you're around that, just wait and experience it. I hope you get to feel it. So I heard Sara saying earlier on, and I just want to touch on this, talking about accountability partners, right? Accountability partners are great for me to lock in and share energy. That's why you should have an accountability partner, right? Or an accountability call. Embrace and harness the energy. But little disclaimer, I'm going to pull you back a bit off your little high horse at the moment, guys. You still need to be fucking disciplined, because like I said, life's going to come at you sometimes. Do you know, be locking in for energy, but be disciplined for results. And when I look back at the journey I've gained, yeah, I've buzzed all the time and I've had fun and I've had a laugh, but sometimes I've had to get in the trenches and do stuff I didn't want to do. So I've had to eat shit, I've had to sleep poorly, I've had to go through breakups, I've had to do and experience things that I didn't think would be part of this process. But to get to the light at the end of the tunnel, sometimes you need to dig through a little shit. And I'm sure a lot of people have been there already. Non-income producing activities, right? I like to call myself a priority pirate. This is a new thing. Even there, just engaging with people while it's hot, talking to people on the messenger and trying to sign people up. I think you need to prioritize what is going to get you ahead for the next 2 years. Honestly, some people won't be willing to make that sacrifice, but if you are, you're going to see the dividends and the fruits of your labor. Like, I love a lot of things. I was thinking about this. I love eating food. I love playing the PlayStation. I love playing pool. I love going to the gym. I love traveling. I love spending copious and needless amounts of money and champagne in a beach in a random place for absolutely nothing. but that isn't going to pay me or get me to where I want to be. So you need to be thinking about absolutely prioritising over anything. And I mean anything. Emma Snedden said at the call the other night, the dishes can wait. Do you know, your kid doesn't need a fucking bottle of Prime. It can wait. He or she can wait. Do you know, things can wait and you can deal with them later on after you've taken care of business. Because when you take care of business, business takes care of you, please believe me. Content, Zooms, constructing your DMO, working your self-development mindset. I'm so big on it, honestly, but it's a bonus to what I'm already doing. I look at people in the business, I talk to these people in the business like Dennis Gambocto, Natalie Young, Natalie Ellis she's called now, John Holowati. And do you know what got them the positions they're in? Work ethic, no secret sauce, no fancy glamour. Listen, there's a lot happening on TikTok and Instagram, and there are all these reels and all these beautiful looking posts and stuff right now. But what got them to these positions is just pure graft, focus, and intention. Prioritize that first before all these other things, and let these be the things that you then sacrifice stupid stuff in your life for. Like 2 PlayStation controllers down there over the course of the winter. I had a little game. I was one of these guys. I wasn't wearing headphones or anything like that. I'm not that bad. It was just a bit of downtime at night. But do you know what? I haven't touched it. I've not touched it in a couple of weeks because it's stupid. It really is. Do you know, going on a random night out with your friends, yeah, it's great to catch up and let your hair down. But really, it's a bit silly. Don't be a silly Billy when you can prioritise these other things. So stack your things in order of priority. But number one is building a team. Number two, or joint number one, is building your customer base and building this incentive. So yeah, sacrifice the stupid shit. I'm going to tell you this other story. I hope if I still get time or you want me to cut off, we're good for it, right? I think we've got 10 minutes. I'll try and make it 11. I'm going to tell you this little story, and I do apologise if anybody gets a bit teary or upset, but one that's very close to my heart. And I literally wrote this down tonight because I heard Sara talking about month end. Month end's such an important time, obviously because people we're speaking to are getting paid and we're looking to connect, and that's a great time for people to start their customer journey or join the business. But I really want to touch on the belief of month end, and I know it's easy, right, to down tools if you've not had the best of month. I know it's easy to really not go for this business if you've just started it and you don't know what it's all about yet. But I want to take you back to a time in 2019 that completely changed my life. And I was a QNMD at that time. I think it was July 2019. And we also had another incentive on that year for Ibiza. So a good friend of ours had put on an incentive to go to Ibiza, all expenses paid, staying in Jade Jagger's villa. Jade Jagger's Mick Jagger's daughter, I think she is. And it was in a place called San Juan, beautiful place of the world. I'm sure some people have been to Ibiza, incredible. And I always wanted to go to Ibiza and I avoided it my whole life. So I was like I am now, I'm man in heat, ready. I'm like, I'm getting this, I'm winning this. And my dreams were shattered when that man who put on that incentive suddenly passed away. Alex Webb, his name was. He was an incredible friend to me, like a great mentor, and just gave so much to this business. And I get it, some people won't know who he is. I have a care for him just now, but that absolutely rocked my fucking world when that happened. Like, I just broke down. I remember Andrina, girl on my team, calling me, and have you seen it? Have you heard? And I froze, like, what do you do? And then, so I done the only thing that I knew how to do. It was to revisit everything that helped me get to where I was. And I remembered the speech 2016, and this is why I told you earlier, when Jeffrey Betty spoke about losing his dad. And Alex wasn't my dad, but he was certainly an amazing human being. And I remember the line that always stuck with me. He said, turn your worst day into your best day. And that's exactly what I did. I just said, do you know what would Alex have wanted here? I'm fucking going for this. And at that time, I was so far away from hitting National Marketing Director, NMD. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this. A lot of people would have thrown in the towel. I said, do you know what? I'm just going to give it fucking hell. I'm going to give it hell. I'm going to do whatever I can, not for me, but for Alex. That was the God's honest truth. And I remember messaging around my team and speaking to them. And I said, let's give this a go. And I honestly think it was like 3 days out, or we're on the 29th, so you'll get tonight, tomorrow, and the next day. And I think we added something like 10 grand in Payline back then, which is a shit ton of platinum orders. I don't know how we did it, but there was something in there like that just circulated around us. But that's a result of a few things. It's a result of turning your pain into power, turning your power into belief, and then the belief becomes realization when you put in the hours and the sacrifices to make it happen. And that's what I would love for everybody in this call. Hell, there's people here that don't even have their cameras on. You're just a ghost to me because I can't see you. But I'd love for you to experience that and feel that and work towards that. And if you can do that this month, these next few days, I promise you, you're on the path to getting to Thailand and getting to Rio. And you need to just fuck what anybody else thinks, man. Like, really, I'm just fed up now with all the other stuff that's happening in the world. And I've been doing this for nearly 10 years, and I just think, when are you going to have a fucking word with yourself, me included, and just get on with it and go and fucking dominate? And I remember listening to somebody say, people say I dream too big. Well, I fucking think I think you think too small is what I was trying to get there. And it's always stuck with me. Let the small thinkers do what small thinkers are doing, and let the dreamers go and fucking realise it. And if you want to be a part of that, you can. Doors are open for you. You just need to walk through them. So manifestation, I'll close on this, right? You can manifest whatever you want. Listen, I did say I wouldn't tell my story. I'm not, but to give you some perspective, let's talk about material things. I've earned over 200 grand. I've travelled the world. I've lived in Tenerife. I've bought pointless stuff. I've bought designer things. I've got more night shoes in the fucking night factory. I've spent copious amounts of money in Tenerife and champagne, Guinness, mostly Guinness. I've seen somebody mention pork pies. I like them when I've got a hangover. I've done lots and lots of mad stuff. I've built a team in countries I didn't even know existed. I've had a PMD in my team, Andrina Crumpton. She's amazing. You know, I've connected with people. I've made friendships. I've paid off my debts. I've paid off credit cards. I've taken my daughters. I've only got one. My family out for meals. I've done everything that I could possibly have wanted, right? But there's still so much more to come. And I want you to think about manifestation and what that means and how you can actually think about something so much that it will come into existence. I'm a big, big believer on it. But what I'm also a big believer on, guys, gals, is that it's not worth a shit unless you actually work for it. You know, so manifestation for me equals visualization plus massive fucking action. I've wrote that down, like, if you can read it. I know I'm hard to understand. I'm also hard to translate and read from my page as well. So I'll leave you with that. Please think about a couple of things for me. First and foremost, I want you to think about your dreams, your goals, everything that you'd love to achieve. I want you to think about me capoeira dancing, where I see a champagne on Copacabana Beach, because that is happening. I want you to think about Paula being there. I want you to think about Nat being there. I want you to think about Sara being there. I want you to think about Kata Rocks and the waves bashing off the stuff in Thailand. I want you to think about earning that 10 grand a month wage. I want you to think about helping someone come through that's never felt that sort of thing before. Here's what I want you to do now. I want you to think about in 10 years if none of that happened. I want you to think about 10 years if you're still doing the same thing you're doing now. Fast forward 20 years, 30 years, and you've got kids that have grown up. I want you to think about you telling them the story of, oh, one day I could have done that, but I didn't. Sorry, one day I could have been at PMD, I could have went to this incentive. Oh, your friends going to Thailand, they're all inclusive. I could have done that one day. Oh, my friends just paid off all their debts. They're doing this amazing, cool new job. Oh, see, back in the day, I mean, I could have done that, but I stuck with your mum and you were born and we had to give you bottles of fucking Prime. I want you to think about that. Embracing the pain, get used to it, and then turn that pain into power. And then go out after this call and do whatever it takes to get what you want. Thank you. Good night.
Well, I feel like you should just take a bow after that, Stevie. Stevie brought the fire. That's exactly what I asked him to do with the call. I was like, I need you to come on the call. I need you to bring the energy. I need to bring the fire. I'm going to be really quick. This is literally going to cut off in a couple of seconds. Guys, what a call. what, you know, please go and tag Stevie, put your top takeaways in. This has been an amazing call. This is the fire we need. This is the energy we need. I love what Stevie said about turning your pain into power. Resonates with me so much at the moment. And also turning your mess into your message. I don't know why at the moment that just really sticks in my head. You know, we all go through stuff. We all have stuff going on. We all have tough times. Turn your mess into your message and make a point of it. Do you know what? I could have gone that way, but I went this way. I plugged into the business. I locked arms with people. And now we're sat on that beach in Thailand, or we're sat on that beach in Rio, and we're having the most amazing time of our life. So please, don't let yourself down. Don't let your family down. Don't be sitting back watching those videos. Thank you so much for everyone who joined the call tonight. Thank you to all of our amazing speakers. 3 days left in the month. Go smash it. You know, magic happens at month end, first week and last week. Print off your tracker, your recruitment-based DMO. Patience, persistence, and consistency is what is going to get you onto those beaches. And I'll leave you with the fact that we now know that Stevie Mcguigan spent 200 grand on pork pies and Guinness. Good night, everyone. I hope you guys have loved this call as much as me. Good luck, everyone, for incredible month then. Let's start this year as we mean to go on. I love you all so much. Bye.